Rick Franzo's presentation. Rick Franzo, author of self-published book, How Horseshoes Saved My Life, to have 2 brain tumors. Rick was born on June 8, 1966 in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Rick has lived here in the Poconos of Pennsylvania his entire life. Rick graduated from Pocono Central Catholic High School in 1984 and attended East Stroudsburg University of Pennsylvania and Northampton Community College. He has held many diverse jobs over the years, from AM and FM radio disc jockey to owning his own mobile DJ service, to even having a short career as a corrections officer, graduating first in his training class. But Rick has made his living and supported his family mostly as a manager of supervisor and buyer in retail baking and grocery industry. Rick is currently a supervisor in the university store for Barnes & Noble College on the campus of East Stroudsburg University of Pennsylvania. Ever since Rick's journey began when playing horseshoes at a barbecue on May 9, 2009, he's been committed to raising awareness for brain tumor issues, and the book is an important component of that mission, as it is now required reading at the university level for writing, composition, physiological, and medical discussion. Rick is the founder of Brain Tumor Talk, one of the largest brain tumor and cancer support groups on social media. Rick is the creator and producer and host of Brain Tumor Talk, one of the only radio shows on the planet dedicated to brain tumors and brain cancers, and is streamed live worldwide. Rick speaks publicly about brain tumor and cancer issues and is inspirational and motivational speaker as well. Rick is a member of Toastmasters International, a public speaking and leadership organization. Rick's journey continues as he was diagnosed in February of 2011 with yet another meningioma, diagnosed as residual growth, and his last MRI showed no additional growth. So the neurosurgeon team monitors it yearly. Please give an upper round welcome to Rick Franzo.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jarrell. So I am so happy to be here. This is the 3rd time that I've had the opportunity to speak with Upward Bound. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Dr. T, for inviting me back here. I am just pleased as punch to be here to talk to you guys today. So I already tapped Becca to help me start this off. Becca, would you please come up and help me with the blackboard? Thank you. So what I'd like you to do is, we're going to start off, I'd like you to write on the top, what motivates me? Okay. What motivates you? Anybody? Raise your hand. Family.
Music.
Music, that's a good one. I love that. We're going to incorporate a little bit of that today too.
Support.
Support? I love what I'm seeing.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Religion and faith.
Religion. Put religion and then / faith. You know there was going to be so much writing, did you, Becca?
Friends.
Friends.
Seeing others smile.
Smiles.
Failure.
Failure. We'll be talking about that. That's awesome. I love that.
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Inspiration from what?
Anybody you look up to.
Say again, a little louder.
People you look up to.
Inspiration from people that you look up to. So from role models.
Okay. Change.
Change. Change is something that can drive us or something that we fear. Yes? One more.
Goals.
Goals. So take a look at all these things that we have up there. So what do we have? We have family, music, support, dreams, religion and faith, friends, smiles, failure, inspiration, role models, change, and goals. All very important motivators. So these can help us fight through adversity to achieve our goals. These are weapons. These are weapons that you can use, that you have at your disposal, and you can use them to your fullest. These can help you achieve whatever you want, whether it's in your personal, professional, academic lives. We can also use what's called tunnel vision. Now, I use tunnel vision, and you can recall that in the book. Now, how did I use tunnel vision? Anybody? What did I use tunnel vision for, if you can recall from the book? What did I use that for? I used that so that I could walk again. So I blocked out everything that was around me, and I just focused on one thing, and that was to walk again, right? Yeah. And so the informal definition, and we'll just take this as a tendency to focus exclusively on a single or limited goal or a point of view. Well, mine, and I didn't even know that I was using it, I just blocked out everything around me, and I just focused on one thing. And the only thing that was important to me at that time, and that was to walk again. And I had to be two things that I wasn't, and those were patient and compliant. Two things that I never was, and I didn't think that I ever would be. Yet, I had to be. Because when I was laying there, and when it came down to it, the only person that I could rely on was me. So when it comes down to it, the only person that you're going to have, and you can have great support, and I had amazing support, but the only person that you're going to have when it comes down to it to rely on is going to be you. Now, I felt a lot of times that I was failing. I felt my body failed me. I failed at life. I felt that I failed at everything. So when it came down to it, I really didn't fail. But when you fail, what do you do with that feeling? Do you just stop right where you are? Do you use that as a motivator? How do you feel when you feel that you failed? Raise your hands. Yes.
Me personally, I use it as a motivator because I don't personally like failing, so I'll take that and it makes me want to not do it anymore because I don't like the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. You don't like that feeling, so you do something to change it, right? Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Like you're not good enough?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes you feel sad and somewhat hurt.
I feel disappointed, but I learned my mistakes.
Yeah.
I used to flip it around and like a positive thing, like, oh, it's experience, this is something I can reflect back on, something I learned from.
Okay. Yeah, did you raise your hand?
No.
No, you didn't.
Frustrated and like you want to overcome the failure.
Okay, all right, that's good. You can sit down. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to write more, but I guess not. Everybody get back up. So all those things actually, really, they can be things that can stop us. They can actually motivate us, or they can make us quit altogether. But sometimes we have to take 2 or 3, even 10 steps back to move that one step forward. So we actually fear sometimes of setting the bar too high, but really what our fear should be, setting the bar too low. And that's really for real. How many people have ever wanted to get up in front of a group and speak? And I'm not talking about the Toastmasters that are here. I'm talking about people who are non-Toastmasters, but you want to get up in front of a group, like Becca did right here, or like I'm doing right now, and just speak in front of a group and just tell a little bit about yourselves, but you never had the nerve to do it. Anybody? Raise your hands. Everybody who raised your hands, come on up and step up here right now, please. Come on. You raised your hands. You did it. I want you all to step up here. Line up right over here. You raised your hand. I saw you. You can step up here. You can step up here. Come on. So we're going to start over here. And you're going to just, all you're going to do, it's going to be simple. Just say your name, what school you're from, and what you like. What one of your likes is. That's all.
I'm Kiera Carson. I go to William Allen High School and I like to write.
I'm Nancy Zayas and I go to East Stroudsburg South High School and I like to cheerlead. I'm Nichelle Cruz. I go to Strasburg High School, and I like to bake. I'm Lisette Pagono. I go to Strasburg North, and I really like to watch my little brother.
I'm Kyla Tate. I go to Pocono Mountain West, and I like to dance.
I'm Joseph Tuda. I go to East Strasburg High School North, and I like technology.
I'm Leon Catal, and I go to East Stroudsburg High School South, and I like to learn.
I'm Ryan Wexler, and I go to Diehl High School, and I like acting.
I'm Brian Lara. I go to East Stroudsburg High School South. I like theater and making people smile.
I'm Kiara Tate. I go to Pocono Mountain West, and I like to dance. I'm Odessa Del Rey. I go to William Allen, and I like to run track.
How many of you are nervous right now? You guys did just something really, really big. You came out of your comfort zone and you did something that was huge. I want everybody, huge round of applause. You guys can sit down. You left your comfort zone and you just proved that you can do what it takes, what you need to do to achieve a goal. That's huge. Did I make you uncomfortable?
Maybe.
A little bit?
A little.
All right, good. Then I did my job, mission accomplished. That's the way that it should be. Exactly. That's big. So, and that was really the time to do that. And so we're going to get to the music part of our show. And I love Pink Floyd. And so I'm going to go and quote some Pink. Who likes Pink Floyd here? Really? My heart is just ready to burst with joy because I love, who likes the song Time? From Pink Floyd. Yes, Time from Pink Floyd. I've seen Pink Floyd 2 times in my life live. And that was probably the best concerts that I've ever seen. And so the lyrics from Time are very, very timely for what we're doing here today. And so some of them are like this. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day, fritter and waste the hours that in an offhand way. Kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain, you are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. Then one day you find that 10 years have gone behind you, no one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your starting gun. It starts now. Actually, it started yesterday. The time is now. This is the time. Who has that little voice inside of their head that talks to them, that tells you all kinds of little things? All of us, right? That can be a positive or a negative. It can be something that helps you throughout the day or holds you back. It can be a friend or a foe. It can either build you up or tear you down. It's up to you to buy into what that voice is telling you and to turn whatever negatives and doubts it's imposing on you into positives and triumphs on a daily basis, whether it's in your personal, professional, or academic lives. Talking to yourself can be very therapeutic and help with the reasoning process and help you make educated, common sense decisions. Times are going to get tough, and when they do, you're going to be reduced to your baser emotions. Instinct's going to kick in. And sometimes life is going to tell you, you can't withstand the storm. When life tells you you can't withstand the storm, it's up to you to stand a little straighter, look life in the eye, and say, I am the storm. Be the storm. Thank you. Give yourself a big You guys were great. Thank you so much for all your participation today.
At this time, we're going to take questions for the speaker. If you're going to speak, please give your name, the grade you're in, and the school you go to.
You're going to take the questions. You're going to take them.
All right. Anyone have questions?
I'm Vaughn Glover from Delaware South. I'm a junior.
How you doing?
And I'm good. How are you?
Good.
All right. So like when you were playing horseshoe, like what made you realize that like it wasn't just an off day and like that something was actually wrong?
It was really scary. I really couldn't throw the horseshoe. I mean, I tried really, really hard to throw it. It was only like 40 feet to throw the horseshoe, and I couldn't throw it. I mean, I tried to throw my hardest, and it would only reach halfway to the other pin. and it just wouldn't go anywhere. And then when I actually tried to throw even harder, it was going to the left. And I didn't even know what the heck was going on. My body just wouldn't respond to what I wanted to do, and that never happened to me ever in my life. So it really scared the heck out of me. And so much so that I went to go see my doctor. And that was enough for me. That was a turning point. That was enough for me to go see my doctor. So that was, if you think about when your body doesn't really react, and if that never happened to you, that's enough for you to actually take action. So that was pretty big for me. That was pretty big. Yes?
I'm Charlize Kenyatta. I go to East Stroudsburg South and I'm in 9th grade. If you can describe your experiences that you went through, how would you describe them?
Starting at what? Give me a time.
Starting when you went to the MRI.
The MRI was scary because you think MRI and how many thousands and tens of thousands of people have them. But I went in there not really knowing what an MRI was. And so, and I wasn't really claustrophobic. But when I went in there, and I didn't ask a lot of questions, and that's why in the book I put a lot of lessons learned. And you guys noticed that, right? Because I went in there pretty cocky, and so I was like, yeah, I'm going to get an MRI, so what? But I went in there, and I didn't know much about it, and I was in there for that amount of time, and I was like, so what the heck's going on? Why is it taking so long? And the medical professionals that were supposed to be taking care of me really were kind of rude and said, you know, you've got another hour. And I was like, get me the heck out of here. And so I rescheduled and got it done with people who were actually a little bit kinder to my concerns and needs after that, but I asked more questions. And that was kind of a turning point for me to ask more questions at that point, because I kind of learned a little bit more. But on the other hand, I learned a lesson that things aren't always what they seem to be. And I think that that's something that really I took away when I was writing the book. Lessons learned was put in there as to kind of educate everybody, and I think you guys saw that. Did you guys get something out of it when you read that?
Yes.
Yeah. Because brain tumors don't discriminate. You guys are in the age group where it's the #1 cancer causing deaths of people in your age group. I mean, even bigger, it flip-flops between brain cancer and leukemia. So half of the cancers of children under the age of 20 years old, which applies to every one of you here that I'm talking to from Upward Bound, is brain cancer. And that's sobering. And that's why I do what I do, for the most part, is because of that pediatric number right there. And there's no effective way to screen for it. Over 700,000 people in the United States are living with the diagnosis of a primary brain tumor. So when I was sitting in a room just like you, and I've had class in this room when I was a student here at ESU, Marco was doing the video, he's a former Upward Bounder, he's a student here, I was a student here. I never in my wildest nightmares imagined that I would ever have a brain tumor that would almost kill me. Or I'd be standing in front of you guys talking to you about the brain tumor that almost killed me. So that's why I'm here. So I could talk about goal setting and inspiration and all that other kind of stuff for the next 40 minutes or 35 minutes or whatever, but the reality is that you read the book. I should be dead if not for luck, the grace of God, whatever it is, whatever your faith tells you, and that's really the truth of it. So that's why I'm still here, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Yes?
Hi, I'm Paul Alicia from East Stroudsburg High School North.
Hi, Paul.
Hello. And I was wondering, like, what was your kind of like initial like emotional state when you heard you had like a second tumor? Like did like all your faith is drained? Did you just lose it? Like, how was it like initially?
I expected it. I was ready for it. My family was pretty crushed by it, but I was ready. As weird as that sounds, I was just like, you know, not that it didn't affect me and I didn't care, but it was you know, I was, okay, let's just fight it out. Everybody